the stronger you become. The more Bible you read, the stronger you become. The more fellowshipping you do, the more loving you become. And so watch this. You look at down seasons as growth seasons. And what I told you, God does not grade you to test you. He grades you to grow you. Because if he graded me to test me, and tested me to grade me, then we would have flunked or failed a long time ago. Are you with here? But I thank God that my life is not measured by what other folks see. My life is not measured by what other folks say. My life is not predicated on how you feel. My life is not predicated on whether you give God praise. Come on, y'all, help me in here. I'm going to give God praise regardless. So if nobody else in the building going to say nothing, I'm going to tell God thank you. I'm going to lift up my hands because God has been just that good to me. So as a result, you ought not need nobody to postpone or prime you to give God praise. You should have came in here with your praise. You should have came in here with worship in your mouth. You should have came in here lifting up holy hands. Because if you're in here today, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. So down seasons are growth seasons. God is growing me. What is he doing, Pastor? He's growing me to that next level of maturity. Because I cannot eat and take it in all at the same time. I'll choke. Y'all heard what I just said? I'll choke if I eat it all at one time. And so I have to eat it piece by piece, bit by bit. And so watch this. The more I eat, the stronger I become. But you have to eat it in bits so as to get all of the nutrients. Lord have mercy. I have to eat it piece by piece in order to get everything that's located on the inside. And so I have to take it bit by bit, piece by piece, smidget by smidget. Old folk you say tinachi by tinachi. Oh, y'all ain't never heard that one, huh? That must have been a word from either lady. A little bit at a time because God knows exactly what you need. So don't get mad at somebody else because they're a little further along than you are. Just thank God that he gave you another chance. Since God has given you another chance, guess what he's doing? He's feeding you bit by bit. So look at your neighbor and say, baby, trust the process. Trust the process. So not only, if we're going to become fishers of men, we have to practice patience. Waiting is paramount. We have to learn how to wait. We have to learn how to wait. Now watch this. I'd say this. Waiting and working work hand in hand. Just because I'm waiting does not suggest that I sit. Waiting suggests that I work. Y'all hear what I just said? Now I only got 5 or 6 all right, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some folks think that waiting means that they sit down. Some folks think waiting means that they lay down. And when you come to them and ask them what they did, well, I just been waiting on the Lord. But guess what? The Lord's been waiting on you to send up some timber. Now you can't expect to have no house up there if you're not sending up any timber down here. And so waiting and working work hand in hand. Watch this. Not only do I practice patience, but number 2, I practice perseverance. I practice perseverance. Listen, discouragement is the inevitable. That's going to be some hard times. It's the inevitable. You're going to have some hardships. You're going to have some problems. You're going to have some situations. Folk ain't going to get along all the time. And watch this. Folk ain't going to get along with you all the time, and you're not going to get along with other people all the time. That's not just on your job. That's in your house. That's in the church. But when you have Jesus in your life, regardless of we're unable to get along, what we'll do, we'll come together. We'll have a little talk with Jesus. We'll tell him all about our called discouragement, and we put them all into the hand of the Lord. Discouragement is inevitable, but you have to keep trying. Huh? You have to keep trying. You have to keep moving forward, because God has never called us to go backward. He's called us, watch this, to move forward. And so the disciples understood this. Jesus said, listen, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to go into the city, and I want you to tell them. I want you to tell them. I want you to tell them. I want you to talk to them. He said, listen, if they don't hear you, shake the dust off your feet. In other words, there's going to be some folk who want to hear you and some folk who don't. There's going to be some folk who are going to be so stuck in their feelings that they think their feelings are the only feelings to have. Or you do know you have folk in your family who think they're always right. Come on, talk, huh? And the reality of life, listen, it's our natural proclivity to think that we always right. Huh? Because how dare you tell me how to feel? But discouragement is inevitable. You're going to have some seasons you're going to have some issues and some seasons in your life where you really want to throw in the towel and say bye-bye. And that's when the Lord steps in by way of his Holy Spirit. And there's a still small voice that echoes in your right or left ear to tell you to keep on running. And that's when you bust out in church, you say, we've been made to do it for a night. But joy comes in the morning. So perseverance is necessary and is paramount in this Christian race. If I'm going to be a fisher of men, I have to know how to keep pushing forward. I have to know how to practice patience. But thirdly, and it's right here in the text, you have to learn how to practice pointing. It's in the text. I promise you I can't make it up. It's right here in the text. You have to practice patience. Practice perseverance. But thirdly, you have to practice pointing. Watch this. The common image of a fisherman in our day is of a man with a fishing pole casting a lure into the waters of a stream. Such was not the case when Jesus called his disciples. They caught fish with nets. And by experience they found that their best fishing took place at night. Are you in here? Now we know that this is true by looking at Luke chapter 5, verse 5, when Jesus told Peter, if you will, to cast his nets on the other side of the boat. He said, Master, we've toiled all night long and we've caught nothing. But he says, nevertheless, at your word. Now watch this, understand that your words don't have no power. I know we like to think that. I know we like to think we matriculated a little bit through college and we think we know a little bit of something. But your words don't have power. But when you use the name Jesus, Lord have mercy, demons tremble at the sound of his name. Angels start tap dancing at the sound of his name. Spirits ought to be stirred up at the sound of his name. So I don't name drop Deacon Scott. I just say Jesus. And the Lord promises to show up. Watch this. We out of here. Master, we told all night long. We haven't caught nothing. Nevertheless, at your word, because of what you say, I'm going to do